Hello there. The weather is gradually getting a little bit milder across many central and eastern areas of the United States as our area of high pressure continues to drift eastwards. As it does so, pulls up a plume of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. We'll start to see some rain breaking out across Texas. And as this runs into the cold air that we still have in place across parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas and Missouri, there is a risk of seeing some freezing rain developing quite widely. So dangerous icy conditions on roads and pavements, a risk of seeing some transport disruption here. Further north, there'll be a transition to seeing some snowfall across the upper Midwest. Now, for the western side of both Canada and the United States, the weather pattern unsettled at the moment. California, we've got more rain to come through here, probably around 30 to maybe 60 millimetres of rain, perhaps a bit more than that over the mountains. There will be some snow high up, mostly above 2,000 metres elevation. The outlook then over the next few days in LA, we're looking at some rain at times, probably turning a little bit drier as we head through Tuesday. Those temperatures staying into the 60s in terms of Fahrenheit. It is still on the cold side across central and eastern areas of the United States at the moment, but those temperatures will be coming up over the next few days. 40 Fahrenheit in Washington, D.C. Quite cool in Florida, still temperatures here into the 60s. Now, over the next few days, we'll see the temperatures push back into the 70s in Orlando as the weather continues to get a bit milder.
We don't normally get much snow in the UK, and it's actually really difficult to forecast accurately. But why? The first thing to consider is the position of the UK. We've got cold Arctic air to our north and warmer tropical air to the south. This is divided by the jet stream, which, as it wobbles on our latitude, we can go from cold to milder air within days and hours. If we've got Arctic air across the UK and we get rain coming in from the southwest, it bumps into that colder air, which sets up a battleground. There are lots of variables such as how cold it is and the intensity of any rain that might turn into snow. This can make it very tricky to forecast how much there might be. Another complication is that we're surrounded by a relatively warm sea in the winter. The air getting to us generally can't get cold enough. But when it is, a cold north or northeasterly wind can bring in scattered snow showers that will be difficult to pinpoint exact locations of. The final thing to consider is elevation. It's usually colder the higher up you go, so while the temperature at sea level is 5 degrees, go up a hill or a mountain and you reach 0, the freezing level. A classic snow over higher ground situation. You can see there are lots of things to consider when forecasting snow, so if you hear that there's some in the forecast, it's worth staying up to date with the latest information from BBC Weather.
Wherever in the world you're watching this, whether it's autumn or spring, there's a decent chance that it's warm right now. Heat has been hitting the head